to ramble on here for a second or for a minute, few minutes. I don't know how long you go see my brush real quick. My dog ate my brush. It was this big, and the first time I ate it, now I did. I shot for a new brush, but when I did, I picked the wrong one, so I punished myself by using this. Someday I'm gonna go bald. I'm just gonna go bye, bye bye. Anyways, I wanted to say, you people out there, not necessarily good people who don't tend to try to, it's kind of manipulating, it is, and I'm kind of sort of in with the crowd a little bit that's manipulating people's words a little bit to make them sit, like swear and say things maybe. Now I want to swear because you guys, you people and YouTube is just as guilty for making me come up with um, bold titles that have swearing in it. And I understand that. I've figured that out because I do it a little bit myself. And um, part of what I believe is I think you're kind of an imposter or a poser. Or like if you don't throw a swear word at me every once in a while, like and convince me that you really truly are bringing your true inner feelings up, you're not just giving me some kind of bullshit, then it's going to be hard for me to be able to decipher that. So I believe, kind of in short, that you're getting through a little bit of the bullshit when you're getting to that, and also swearing might also point out nipping the shit and getting it right to the bud or the point of the situation and not stringing it out along, but to make your point and nip that shit in the bud. So, um, I'm saying I'm blaming not myself, even though I can find myself guilty of the same exact thing because we're all human. I am blaming YouTube for all of my negative, um, foul curse words and everything else, and also not only that to benefit them, sort of to kind of um, say I understand where they're coming from. Is how would you know I'm not bullshitting you unless I nipped the shit and got straight to the point and told you how I feel and what my perspective is. And again, I don't make any money off of any of this stuff. I just um, do it for the good of the country. If I'm working and I'm feeling good, or everybody else is having a job, or they have their own independence, um, things that they do, but they got high priorities that they take care of and accomplish, but they feel good about it. I'm kind of for that, for people feeling um, better about themselves. So, um, anyways, I'm gonna get right to the lies and the ties. So the continued distraction posed by radical media ideology. So we pointed out before that Obama and anybody else who's an elitist is the media's boy. The media has been behind this extreme idealistic, um, uh, practically pretty much fascist liberal lefticism. I would have to say fascist. Yes, from the left. It is so far left that there's no way that your ideologies, the ones that Obama believes or whatever they impose like that on people, cannot make me think that is not draw my conclusion or my opinion that is not a type of fascism, extreme lefticism. Extreme so far left that you say something on the right and it's like they've got the impenetrable force field to hear anything that everybody in the world would benefit from, or would make common sense, or would always touch ground on, you know, a common goal that would unite us all. Is to keep us all distracted, keep us all distracted. So the media has got their guy in there right now. So he's going to do everything that they've been saying for 30 or 40 years. The farthest Marxist, leftist, left ball, crazy, lefty, leftist, wacko, so far left that it's just like it should be in a straitjacket somewhere, locked up. Is just pure insanity where these guys are coming from. Has been has been propagated or you know you say we have propaganda. We've been propagandized to for a long time, little bits and pieces, until they finally got their guy that nobody would be able to stop to hear this tremendous amount of nonsense and baloney, and you have to stop and wonder, wait a second, if everybody's common goal is to, you know, have just a normal life and nothing radical or too crazy, that crazy shit is for kids and teenagers, you know, and they want to go off all unprotected and not safe, that's they're taking more and more out of responsible people's hands, and then they want the responsible people to fall into a hole with their irrational ways when they go, just so that they, take somebody, like whenever they up on a roof and they slip. Democrat is the person that slips off the roof and grabs his buddy's leg and jerks him down with him from off the ledge, instead of just falling off the edge by himself. You know, how often are you going to find somebody whose reaction isn't to grab the other person when they're falling off the edge? So you see it every day. My point has only been made. My points of where I think the country should go, how it should be evolved to now, or should be evolving still, you know, all good ideas are kind of restrained or boggled down. And one thing that is kind of irritating, I would say, is, I think it's very rude, is that a lot of the times, in order for people to hear um, some of my good ideas, or like maybe all of my good ideas, that has to be brought out in a way where, you know, I look like a jackass or something, where they can, somehow not, you know, let me relay the most brilliant ideas you'd ever hear in your life. So I always remember that I came up with some, I'm not trying to brag on myself or anything like that. I'm just trying to point out that there are evil people trying to stop what progress should be. And progress should be only making things better for everybody, making our security better, making our military better, not using people for sacrifices. Um, just, a tremendous amount of, um, irrational, irresponsible things have been pushed on America so much forcefully because the government, evidently, they must be a big ass atheist if they're, they're pushing for you to be morbid and for you to go out here and to, not be real with yourself, and to actually be like perverted, like to be hugely perverted. I mean, their weed wasn't marijuana. Marijuana was, I thought, was a priority to people. Would have been more of a priority. People It helped people. Maybe I thought some crazy thought about the shit, thinking that people could be normal or be satisfied, and it could help mend a lot of the problems and things that people have out here. But maybe I was wrong, because nothing's been done with that. The only direction that people allowed our laws and things to progress or migrate to, speaking of immigrants, migrate ideas and thoughts, is completely perverse. It is not the will of the people. It's a will of some crazy people that are out of control, that don't even think, who don't even care, who you've seen get themselves trapped and put into a place for Mr. Obama. I would have to call him, I'm calling him Mortal Wound, is what I'm calling him. Mr. Mortal Wound brings these radical Islamists here, and then Mr. Mortal Wound, Obama Hussein guy, um, uses more lefty people to come out and say absurd things, like, like as if I had anything to do with it. I don't own any firearms. I don't. I don't have any. But I support the Second Amendment. I believe people should have the right to possess a handgun, a pistol, if they think that they need to protect themselves. I mean, what are you gonna do? Go around and have somebody, some agent from the government, go with them to see where they walk around, where they go in their day, so that they have to give you some kind of proof that they need a gun in the first place. But the most liberal, most dangerous places they've got the strictest gun laws in the entire country, where most of the gun the gun uh, crime, out of control crime happen. So I don't know when this insane train or whatever is gonna stop. Um, but obviously, that what you had, I'm not gonna say that those guys deserve to get killed. I will say that they put themselves in a position to be killed like that, and um, not say anything intelligent or even come with a slight bit of wisdom at all. Up to this point in time, it's just society is being forced, coerced into doing insane, following insane people's ideas, and they're just completely the worst thing that you can do. So really, to tell you the truth, I believe that all of that was been a big distraction, as it's been posed and imposed on against the people, to break the people, try to whip them and break them and whatever from the government. Um, Obama is willing to sell his soul and himself, or whatever he sold out for, in order to cause this tremendous distraction with the division. So, it's the United States here. He believes in a divided states. So that goes against, you know, the black movement. Even it goes against black people, their own movement of unification or whatever. He's Obama is for complete unification. He has divided everybody up, and he hasn't put me in a worse place. He has put me in a position where, um, I don't know that I can completely say Obama was a huge, complete, terrible mistake, when I say that I believe that um, anything that he is for, that we must stand up against and oppose and must do away with. Every single thing that Obama has done has been done to go after people. So you want to have to wonder what he's going to do. Left to be flew Air Force One over Lower Manhattan when he first became elected, and he's really one of the terrorists. Barack Hussein Obama, Barry Satanta Proto. What is he gonna do with the remaining time that he's got left until next January 20th? What else? What other kind of bullshit? Each day the guy has woke up. I'd say like I'm normal. I'm really normal. I do have my problems in my background or whatever, but I say up to this point I'm pretty darn normal. If I wake up every single day, my goals and my objectives are to straighten this shit out. You grab this uh paperwork or whatever you're studying or whatever, and you straighten it out. That's what I do every day. I straighten the papers out. I straighten the paperwork out. The reason why is because I wake up with a positive attitude, trying to wonder what my part of helping the world, even if my part right now and any time had been the most insignificant, it's still one insignificant part that helps the bigger point of helping the earth, the grass to grow greener, use natural means to, do what you're doing or whatever. So this guy, what makes me completely opposite of Mortal Wound, Barack Hussein Obama there, is that you have to wonder what he's going to do from now until January if they don't arrest him and throw his ass in the clink, really. Every single day, the guy wakes up with an intention to screw something up or to go after somebody with personal feeling to get even with America and Americans and people out here. So, what is the guy going to do? He's truly evil. I'll make that point out again. I'll explain my situation one more time. I said I wake up every single day wondering how we're going to fix this situation and how we're going to solve all of our problems and make the world a peaceful place and a beautiful one also. But that's what I wake up. I swear to you, I'm serious. My personal goals every single day, even if I'm pissed, even if I freaking seem like I might want to kill somebody or something, I'm just fucking highly irate. That's not the case. I might be pissed, extremely pissed, but always my true intentions and goals are always to solve the problems, solve my own problems, mainly. I think maybe might also help contribute to solving other problems or other things. So that's where I'm at every single day. I don't use things or people to try to benefit myself or anything. I try to be realistic and sort of suck it up, sort of what you say, because it's life, and you have to be, um, aware of your surroundings or whatnot. So, anyways, I think it's a huge lies and ties these people have. They're tied in together. Obama is the media's boy, and the continued distractions of this to make people to keep lying to them because lying is not illegal, and they can keep lying to all of us and saying that this guy is doing a good job when I can point out that you're talking about somebody who has absolutely zero, zip, no, none, not even up to, he's been the president for over 7 years. And up to this point, this guy has absolutely zero knowledge of the military and how it's supposed to run, or different jobs in the military and different people, their classifications, their ranks, any of that. The guy's a complete twit moron, and you can tell that he was one of the people that protested against the military and was so far distanced and removed from all of reality. And that's the consequence we live with, is because we have to live with the fact that this guy is allowed to lie to everybody. So the media is lying and distracting everybody with all this stuff that's going on, because there is more serious stuff and damage that Obama is doing to our country, robbing our 401ks and our bank accounts, and trying to make our lives miserable. You know why I think why they want to take all of the world's food, all of our food supplies, and all of our food? It isn't so that they can hoard it or whatever, or keep it all for themselves. It's so that they can give it away. They want to give it away for votes, for votes. So they're completely. You want to talk about ethics with Loretta Lynch meeting with Bill Clinton or whatever? These guys uh, have been bombarding us, Obama administration, with crimes against our society all along. You want to talk about ethics, but these guys have been. That's highly criminal. That's beyond ethics. I'm sorry, but that's criminal. If you are actually sitting there, and that's what they're allowed to do, and everybody knows that's what the Democrats for. They know them by that. Their trait is giving away the bank, is giving away everything, and they make millions of dollars giving everything away to everybody for their vote. So mind you, that if I can't talk up some seriously awesome ass shit to you, right to you directly to get you to vote for me, okay? The way that these guys are doing it is they're keeping people like morons. So their people's heads are boxed and they're morons. They're just idiots. Who the Democrats are going after. So it makes absolutely um really, it's ridiculous. Makes it's hard to make sense out of what's going on, except it brings you to a conclusion that we must be dealing with people who are now all in all kinds of. They think that they struck it gold or whatever, because they got a job now that's important or whatever. You got a job title that's important, but you have absolutely no idea how to execute your job. You have no training in it. You have no uh, you know, uh, professional skills, so to speak of, but yet you're in a highly classified position with all these skills, required in order to be in that job or whatever. And we're talking about the president. So you can just have any moron or idiot, incompetent, insane person, right? Just go and become your president. These morons will vote for him. Are they not only stupid, but they're all convinced that they're all insane too. So all the people there that vote for that are not only insane like Hillary Clinton or Obama, who should be locked away, but um, they're not just insane. They are they're also stupid. Or what I was trying to say is they're not just stupid, they're also insane. They're not just morons, they're crazy. They've got to be fucking legitimately certified. So you know for a fact that um, Islamic extremists want our heads on a platter, but you're still gonna go along with this nonsense, distract us and keep us divided, all of America divided. So when we hear each other's words, we're just like already ready to fucking draw, fucking, what'd you say? What'd you fucking say? Yeah, I'm serious. That's how Obama has got this with the media, because he's the media's boy, has got all of Americans ready to just, what the fuck you say? We're all gangsters. You don't think so? We're fucking ready to gank each other. So, anyways, I just want to make my point that it's a huge distraction there is posed by the media, um, because they don't want us to realize. Also, another big point is that we're fighting a ragtag militia army. Okay, the war should have been won by now. 8 more years into the Iraq War, and we're pulling our guys out, and we're acting like the Obama has got our military, our army and Marines and everybody. Well, not maybe so much the Marines, but they still want to make them look like they got their head up their ass. So if Hillary could, she would blame the whole Benghazi thing on the Marines. She'd straight lie to your face and say, "Oh, I called them. We called them, and they refused to go in there." There is no chance. There is no chance on God's green earth that the Marines would have ever refused to have ever gone and took care of that. And when I say that, I mean not go and get confronted and then get their asses toted out of there and stripped out like Black Hawk Down. I mean, when I say when the Marines say that they will handle that shit, I mean that the Marines would have went in there and they would have took care of it. So Hillary and all of them, it's not even feasible that these people even go and become president or run our country. They're just running our country into the ground. And they're going to distract it every single day with your stupid gay bullshit to distract what a terrible job that they have all continued to do. Their foreign policies are screwed up and their domestic ones are screwed up. So they help terrorists out over there. We're not just talking about Muslim extremists. We're talking about anything that's like from an occult, that's from the occult, the cultic like stuff. Gotta go.